everybody, we are back for Wizard with a Gun. I don't know why, but calling it Wizard with a Lizard just sticks in my head. How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
We are we're at the end of the game, but we have no idea how
long
that actually is. So this might be a 15-minute video. This might be a 2-hour video. This might not be the evening that we beat this. I don't know. We'll see. You know?
Yep. You know, Woods knows. We could have, in the past week, we could have just pinged Woods and been like...
Oh, well, sure. We could have looked up any number of things or just asked any number of things. So, in between the time we last played and now, the devs made a whole bunch of quality of life improvements. So we played the majority of this game without these quality of life improvements. There's a sort button, which would have been really nice. We can use the same things at the same time, which would have been really nice. You can replace chests with the upgraded chest, which would have been nice. I am very happy.
There's also, like, emotes now. I don't know what the emote button is, but we can now emote to one another.
I am very happy that the devs put in these quality of life changes. Honestly, this has been a very fun game. I say very fun. I think it's a pretty fun game, right? Like, it's not the best cup of tea in my life, right? But it is a solid, enjoyable cup of tea. I've got a gun. I've got mini guns.
We've got... you fool! We've all got guns!
So I'm very happy that the devs have put in these quality of life changes because, you know, I think they improved the game. It sucks that they did it right when we're at the end.
Who was it? Galvantech who made this game? Look, love these. Absolutely glad you put these in the games. But these are 1.0 features.
Yes.
These are 1.0 features.
Yeah. I wish that they had been present.
He's going 1.0.
You wish you knew more of that song to make fun jokes. That's fair. I always got my jokes for songs were always Pearl Jam's Jeremy. Right?
Yeah.
I got like actual, so I was in when did that come out?
I was in Pearl Jam.
No, yes, I was in Pearl Jam. This is why I can live the life I live today. Totally. No, I was 4 when that song came out. Right? And I lived through the time period, right? Like, I was in late junior high or early high school when Columbine happened, right? Like, when those scenarios started to become actually prevalent. I legitimately had moments where there were like, oh shit, better watch out for him, right? Like, in reference to that song. And then the aside is all the other things that I got were Guns N' Roses references, actually.
Oh, last name. Gotcha. Yep.
Okay. Let's go try to figure out what
we're doing.
Are you all potted up and everything?
Oh, yeah. Actually, pods? Hold on. Yeah, I am absolutely potted up.
All right, let's see how this goes. Hey, emote wheel. Nice.
G.
Cool. Sweet.
Use the arrow indicator. 1.0!
Hilda's old nemesis. Unprepared and hold nothing back. Chaos will destroy the world around you. When you're ready, find the rift at the crossroads of all 4 lands.
There's a...
Yeah, there's a jellyfish on the
I don't know if that's new or if that's just part of the update or if that's like.
I
our
assume
goal.
that's the Rift. Yeah. There was once a time you could have been a school shooter because you were bullied so much and so often. I like
bro. I feel that.
yeah. I
Like-
mean, I think a lot of us, right? Oh my god!
Yeah, no, that's just him right there.
Okay,
That's-
well,
first let's try to get a scan. Get a scan going.
fuck your scan. I don't give.
I'm doing it.
I don't give two
I'm doing
shits
it.
about the scan.
Well, I got it anyways. Fuck you. You naysayer. I'll say, where's the ads? There's no way there's not going to be ads. There they are. Oh, good lordy. Mad. No! No, it wasn't me!
It wasn't me.
Baby got me in the shower. Oh boy. No, he mad. Oh, I
Time
can't
for
see.
smartassery. It's always time for smartassery.
Where's it going?
Having to chase you guys down with my shit. Ah, fuck. Ooh, baby.
Careful, there's no ground. Like, this is all not ground.
Yeah, I'm,
Oops, I forgot about the not ground.
Is the poor boy getting poisoned? Oh. Well, that was about a 8-minute stream. Good job.
Good job.
Good job, everybody. They did a really good job on the artwork. Yes, I actually really do. Like, it's not my favorite style of art, but for a game like this, right? Like the whole Don't Starve 2D, 2.5D kind of scenario, right? Like, isn't my favorite style, but for that style, this game does a very, very good job, I think.
It reminds me a lot of Bastion, and I have a lot of fond memories of that game, so I'm really
Absolutely.
partial to it.
He's very, very good. Yep.
Oh, hey, look how much time we have left.
Infinite. Done it, wizard. You freed the world from the stranglehold of chaos. What comes next? Enjoy a moment of peace, wizard. You've earned it. Someday you'll open the Oculus and finish this fight.
What do you mean? Oh. maybe this is
That
how we
was
open.
that was
Oculus.
the invasion of chaos into this world. But the Oculus is where chaos comes from.
Oh, is that like hinting at a sequel, another game?
Sequel or DLC, maybe?
All right, I threw the gear in.
Oh, I'm in credits.
Oh, I'm not.
You don't
I
get
guess I
credits?
don't-
Oh, shit.
Look, that's also not a 1.0 thing.
That's
it's
also not a
co-op credit.
1 point. Look, Jay, I think this is my favorite new thing that we've started using. It's a new game, Jay. It's actually technically
you
this
gotta-
is
you
kind
gotta
of a
let
new
it cook.
game. This is technically kind of a new game.
Right, but I mean, like I said, maybe put the 1.0 features in 1.0, not like 1.3.
Well, you know. Also, it's remarkably like there's no audio during the credits, which seems very weird to me.
man, I know I keep harping on this, but why can't people just put out finished games anymore?
I will argue with you on that. I will say
Yeah,
features
I get
that
it.
we would want do not necessarily mean that the game was unfinished. It's a finished game. There's just quality of life features that we would have preferred, you know. I say that, but then I got hit with this screen, and now I'm more with you.
Oh, what did you get?
Congratulations, got a screen. Congratulations on completing Wizard with a Gun. More content will be added in future updates. Is this an early access game?
Is this a service game?
Is this an early access game? Because
I don't think it is.
it's not. Okay, do not hit me. I've really enjoyed this game so far. It's a very fun game. I actually would recommend this game to people if it's your style of game. I think it's quite fun, especially the quality of life improvements make the annoying features less annoying. That's really dope. However, a screen like this is a big knock for me against a game. Do not, in your completed game, tell me, congratulations on completing the game, more content will be added with future updates. Because now after having beaten the Harbinger of Chaos and beating the game, now I feel like I haven't actually beaten the game, and that we've got to go into the Oculus and defeat Chaos to actually beat the game, but that isn't actually in the game yet. So now I'm starting to feel like Jay was joking about earlier and saying, why can't people just release a completed game? Because that kind of annoys me. If you had...
I'll take that dub.
And this, I will say, this is just a matter of presentation or clarity. This is just a matter of presentation. Because if that had ended, we defeated the Harbinger of Chaos, rolled credits, congratulations. If you did not give me this screen, and 3 months from now, I saw that there was DLC for additional or like a, expansion for this game, right? I would be like, oh, cool. They liked it so much, they added more to it. Instead, I feel like, oh, they knew where this was going, and they didn't finish it. Because that is just a matter of presentation, right? Presenting the correct front to your consumer is very important. You can keep playing to refine your spells and gears. Yeah. Jay, we did
level
it!
4 bullets in all of our top tier guns. What the fuck?
I mean, we have so many bullets and powders and things like that unresearched.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so much more we could do. In fact, there's things I'm actually interested in. Like, we never got the sepsis bullet, which consumes all your poison stacks to do a single burst of damage, right? That seems really cool to me. Having an Uzi that's got max poison bullets and then sepsis on it, go...
You know what we should do?
What?
At least before we kill out of here, pop back in, let the timer run, and then see how long we can survive. We do not leave.
Okay.
We die.
Let's go.
We sit there and we fucking until we perish.
Let me get some fucking poison bullets. We're going out in
Do you
style.
have enough to put sepsis on?
No, well, I mean, potentially, but I don't care about it.
Okay. All right.
Whoops. If you could turn back time. Make the door!
Make the door!
Alright, well, we just sit here for 5 minutes.
Well, I was about to say we could probably
No.
fill in the earth, but like, why? We can
Yeah,
just shoot
why?
ground.
I'm not even gonna stay in one place either. I'm gonna run and gun.
Yeah. Well, because usually we're like, we need to stay by the door so we
All
can
right.
leave.
Okay, loser does what?
Loser? What? Oh, loser.
Loser does what?
It's the person who dies first.
Person who dies first does what?
Let's see.
Or,
I mean-
alternatively, it can be a winner gets something, right?
We could do loser gifts a sub to somebody in the chat.
That's an
There
option.
you go.
That's an option. Okay. Jay went nice with this. I was like, loser does 2 shots or something like that.
Oh wow. Oh.
Damn. Jay over here being all nice and giving out subs to chat and shit. Damn, Jay, what you think I am? Made of money? Hell no, I made it. I made a shot.
You anything. It doesn't cost you anything to give somebody a sub. It costs me $5 to give somebody a sub.
It cost me something to gift a sub. Absolutely.
It costs something to give you that sub if that sub was otherwise going to sub.
No, it cost me. It cost me $2.52 to gift a sub.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't get all the money for a sub. Twitch takes half of that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
So, that's why a lot of big places are more supported by bits and donos than they are subs. Like you can have how many subs for a mid-sized streamer do you think is actually a large amount?
Like in a single get like a gift sub?
No, just like a monthly average. Like here, I'm not gonna bait it out. If I had 1,000 subs a month, do you think I would be a successful streamer?
Like a reliable, constant 1,000 subs?
Yeah.
Because that's like, what, 250, so that's like... I don't know if that's enough to live off of, is it? Like if this is like your... Oh, don't kill those.
I mean, we can kill them, just don't pick them up.
Kill them. Don't pick them up.
It isn't.
I would
No.
say yes.
If I had 1,000, it depends on where you are, right? Like what your cost of living is in your area, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But 1,000 subs a month, just the conceptual like what you're getting out of the sub money, right? Is 30K.
Gotcha.
Well, so it's not 6K a month, right? Like, because if you get 1,000 subs, right? Like you're not getting $5 for each one of those subs.
No.
Twitch is getting half of that. Well, technically it's a little over half now because they bumped it. It's like, what is it? What's the split? 60-40 now for affiliates?
Something like that, yeah.
Or something like that. Even if it's like 70-30 though, it's still less than that, right? It's still less than you would otherwise expect. So, and it obviously, again, it depends on your area, but you also have to consider the concept of taxes, right? At the end of the year. So even if you were getting 30K and that was good in your area, you're going to pay out taxes at the end of the year. You're really working with closer to like 23 or something like that, right? And then all of a sudden that starts to be like really questionable. The thing that makes a lot of streamers that are in that vein, though, isn't that they have 1,000 subs a month. It's that the subs that they do have spend a lot of bits and give a lot of donations,
gift subs, and
those types of things, right? So if you're
and
only making 30K,
you got some of those people on Twitch like Probate, who's just like, here, I'm just gonna drop an abhorrent amount of money on somebody.
Mox, if you're only
reaction.
making 30K, you're not paying a lot in taxes. But if you're only making 30K, a lot of it is still, it's like, it's such a smaller amount that it's like every bit that you're losing feels so much larger, you know? You do get to write off a good amount of stuff, sure. Like, you can write off a lot of gear as equipment, like work equipment and stuff like that. There are ways around it, obviously, right? But it's still suffice to say that, right, like, people will look at a mid-sized streamer and be like, oh, there's so many people in this, there's 1,000 people in this streamer's chat, right? Like, they've got to be successful. But a lot of people that are in that vein, a lot of streamers that are in that vein are absolutely struggling. Like, especially depending on where they live. Right? Because, like 30K in my area might be serviceable, right? 30K in LA? You're
Absolutely
starving.
fucking not. California, not happening.
Right? Like, it's a very interesting dynamic. Also, how's it going, Mox? Haven't chatted in a while. Hope you're doing well.
How's the fam?
Too many. Oh, look. I'm combining my words. Ignore my incorrect verbiage. Yeah, 30K wouldn't make it. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, 30K would make it where I live, but not how and in the place that I live, right? Like, it would make it in this region, but I would have to downgrade our lifestyle and where we live drastically.
Well, they're starting to live long enough to summon things.
Yeah, it would be a huge, and I've seen other streamers that are like that, right? That are like, I live in a extremely cheap apartment. I eat very basic foods. I do not do a whole lot of other things, etc., etc. I actually have a couple of streamers that I used to watch very consistently that were like that. That were like, they looked like they were doing really well from a numbers standpoint to me for like a mid-sized streamer. But if you dig into the actual like math behind it, it's like, oh, they're barely making ends meet, and they're only doing that by making sacrifices.
All right, here comes the fun part.
Oh yeah? We might have different definitions of fun.
So it's funny because, you know, it's kind of spooky. I've kind of like never really brought this up because like I don't want, like, I know it's shit you probably thought about already, like, plenty, right? But whatever, right? Like, I've been in streams and watched streamers that is their moneymaker, right? That's how they live. But it's only just, right? Like, it's enough to sustain. But they're at this point where, you know, their statistics are on the decline and they're concerned and they don't know if it's going to be sustainable, if they need to start looking for, like, a air quote real job and all that shit. And, like, that sucks, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It boggles my mind to think that someone in that vein can bust their ass, do a lot of work day in, day out, and be right on that cusp and just be like, ah, shit. At any given moment, right, like, next month, all of a sudden, for some reason, my shit might tank.
Yeah.
Like, it's like YouTubers who actually like make a full-time living off of YouTubers or YouTube and have to get so involved in the fucking algorithm and be like, oh, I made, you know, 10K this quarter. Next quarter I made 2K.
Right.
What the fuck happened? You know?
Survive an apocalypse for 5 minutes?
Oh, we've never done that.
I guess we have not.
It's like any other job. Well, I say I get where you're coming from, but I'm not sure I can agree with that in the concept of other jobs. Sure, you can lose your job at any time, right? But that's not really what I'm talking about. It's not the concept of really like losing their jobs that streamers or YouTubers have the issue with. It's the inconsistency of what their job provides them, right? Like I'm not a fan of my job, but my job is very consistent, and because of that consistency, I have created a lifestyle around it, right? Like, I know as long as I don't suddenly lose my job, I have this much income, and I'll be able to do this much, you know, stuff. Taking a job, keeping a job, takeout. Sure. But like, my scenario is like, the effort can be there, and it doesn't always matter, right? Like, a lot of these streamers and YouTubers, it's not like they stopped making the effort. It's that the algorithm suddenly shifted, or public opinion suddenly shifted, or any number of random fucking things, and then all of a sudden, they just go from being like, okay, I'm doing good. Everything's fine. I have a standardized, like, living. And then all of a sudden, they don't. Oh, I'm so fucking dead.
Are you?
No. I was very close to it, though. And even then, it may not matter. Like, yeah, it's a very interesting and unfortunate situation, in my opinion. Well, sure. Like, I'm not saying, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not over here saying, like, streamers and YouTubers should be guaranteed XYZ. It's like being a private business owner, right? Like, you're risking something by doing what you're doing. You're making a decision to kind of like put that on the line, sure. It's just some of it is wonky because it's not it doesn't matter what they do, and they can keep doing the right things, and then sometimes shit just goes like super weird, and all of a sudden, like, I've seen YouTubers who were like, I make a consistent, decent, happy, middle-class living, and something shifted in the algorithm, and all of a sudden, I've gone from making that decent living without any changes in what I do and my, you know, my content uploads or my dedication or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, I make like half of what I did, you know, 6 months ago. And that's like wild to me.
I do think it depends, right? Like, I feel like there is a certain, like, line in the sand where the job of content creating goes from being volatile to sustainable. But, like, it's blurry. Like, where is it? Who knows? There's no... But I guess, you know, like you said earlier, it kind of matters, like, where you're living, cost of living, all that shit. Your family life, like, is it just you and SO, or do you got a bunch of kids? Like,
Also, for clarity, I'm not making any sort of argument or anything like that. I'm just making observations. Like, I'm not over here being like, oh, the streaming community deserves better, or streamers should have a guaranteed income, or blah, blah, blah.
It absolutely does.
Now, I do have opinions on that, absolutely, right? But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make some sort of argument. I'm just talking about things. I'm just saying, like, oh, it seems crazy to me that is how things are at this current point in time. Hey Jay, what you up to?
Well, I would tell you to hit the map, but I don't know if you can.
I have a sneaking suspicion as to whether or not you're up to what I was up to. Or actually, technically, I didn't do it, but I had the theory of doing it.
I did it. I absolutely did it.
Fucking asshole.
I'm off in the fucking.
I
like,
fucking knew you were.
I was looking for the borders. It doesn't exist. It goes out forever, I think.
Okay, so my plan is now survive on actual land until Jay runs out of bullets to make his shit, and then he just...
Well, luckily for me, my ground bullets are in my Uzi, so that's 750 bullets.
Same, my dude. Inherently, oh yeah, I agree, absolutely, right? Like, again, for clarity, this is not me over here making an argument like, I feel like streamers, blah, 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 should have a guaranteed income, etc., etc. I do think that there are conceptual, ways things could be improved.
I died.
What happened?
I was like, I dodged a thing that was like a little AoE that was going to land on my path. I was like, I can't make it in time, so I'm just going to wait. I waited too long and fell. It did not teleport me back to land. It just killed me.
Ooh.
I was too far out.
All right, well, Jay loses.
I lose.
I think it was highly ambitious of you to go that far out. I appreciate the science of it, but highly ambitious. What? My god, there's so much stuff. But yeah, I don't like, I'm not over here like, oh, there need to be guarantees or anything like that. I just find it really interesting that certain oddities about streamers and or YouTube or things like that, like what makes them successful and what doesn't mean success, right? Like I kind of started the conversation with, like, I think it's interesting that in my mind, I would probably, in the past, I would have looked at a streamer that had 1,000 daily viewers, right? I would have been like, that person hasn't made. That's what I want. But now I know, in actuality, like, a lot of people who are at that point are barely surviving. And it's real fucking difficult to gauge the overall, like, success of a streamer or a YouTuber in that kind of vein. Where the fuck is the gate? I want out of this. I don't want to die.
You want out? I feel like we could, like, stay here literally forever now, like, if we wanted to. It's not hard to fight.
Well, it's, yeah, that's the thing is we could run for eternity, but if the rule was you have to fight, then...
Yeah.
Absolutely, we would die.
Yeah.
Alright, look. Good sciencing, Jay. I appreciate your death. That's been Wizard with a Lizard. That's how I'm gonna refer to this game from now on. That was a fun game. I would recommend it, especially if you have a buddy to play with, right? I think this is a very good co-op game. Very fun. I do think that with the quality of life improvements they just put in, a lot of my annoyances are probably fixed, so that's cool. But that ending
Definitely
absolutely
would have
felt
had a better experience,
right.
if this patch was out when we played.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago would have been way better. A Wizard's Lizard is another indie roguelike title?
Of course.
Interesting. Lizard wizard with a gizzard in a blizzard. Cheers. That ending did, however, feel a little flat. And the pop-up screen after going through the credits saying, hey,
The game's not content complete.
well, technically it didn't say that, but it definitely felt like that was the statement. Like, oh, one of these days you're gonna have to go into the Oculus and whoa, add more content. Like that's like oof. Also, how's it going, Nightclub? I think that's gonna be the end of Wizard with a Gun. Thanks for watching.
We're done.
We are not done. We're gonna keep streaming.
Wait,
but that's
wait, one more thing. Wait, one more thing.
What you want to do?
Let's go back in. PvP.
Can we?
Yeah, we can hit each other, right?
I don't think so.
Not here, we can't.
I mean, we could go try. If I could turn back time.
Every time.
Every time. It's you can't give me a time-based game. Oh, Lantis' connection to the host is poor and is causing lag. I can kick Lantis.
I guess you win PvP.
That was,
game.
That was the immediate answer. The game was like, no. No.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk shit about me and then go have fun. Fuck you. We're done with this.
Yep.
That's funny. That's very
Sometimes
funny.
it do be that way. Yep, my game crashed.
No! Okay, Jay, I know you wanted to PvP, but now I'm less interested. How about we PvP in a different game? That's going to be it for Wizard with a Gun. Decent game. Fun with a buddy. I would recommend it if you're going to play with friends or if this is just your style of game. Otherwise, maybe wait a couple months and see what other content gets put out for it. You know? That whole thing.
Or definitely do that.
Alright, that is where I am ending that video. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.